Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're getting into industrial design and connectivity.
Right.
We're focusing on a specific piece of AV gear, the Kramer TIN6 REC2B Plus in-table. Oh, the long name.
Yeah, let's just call it the in-table hub, maybe.
Good idea, the in-table hub. Our mission today is to see how this kind of, streamlined design solves those classic conference room headaches.
Like complexity, clutter, cable mess,
Yeah.
the usual suspects.
Exactly.
And it's important because, well, this unit's design really points towards the future of meeting room aesthetics, I think.
So what are we looking at fundamentally?
It's a pretty robust, versatile table mount solution, really engineered for modern, sort of high-end corporate furniture, and its core job, hiding all the connections, power, charging, data, and just keeping the workspace looking clean, tidy.
Right. Neatness counts. And looking at its structure, you can see that focus on organization. It's modular, right?
Highly modular, yes.
Yeah.
And it has that lid, which helps conceal things when not in use. Plus, it fits with Kramer's other table enclosures.
Okay, but let's jump into where the real design cleverness seems to be. Installation and maintenance.
Yes. This is fascinating. Think about the time savings for installers or facilities teams.
How so?
The whole philosophy is that everything, the main unit, the modules, it's all installed and maintained from above the table.
Ah, so no more crawling underneath the conference table.
Exactly. You avoid all that awkward maneuvering. It's a huge plus for installers.
And you mentioned the installation itself, something about being tool-free.
Completely tool-free for the modules. It uses the simple slide and lock mechanism.
Slide and lock.
Yeah, the individual modules literally just slide into place and click into the housing. Genuinely, no screws needed for securing the modules themselves.
Okay, that sounds easy. Almost too easy.
Uh-huh.
My skeptical side wonders, does that slide and lock hold up long-term, especially with heavy use? Is there a risk of things getting loose?
That's a fair question. But the engineering here is solid. It's designed specifically for these commercial environments. It's robust.
So it grips them tightly.
Precisely. Holds them firmly, ensures reliable connections year after year. You don't get those slight gaps or wobbly bits you sometimes see with cheaper units.
Okay, makes sense. So that structural integrity, how does it match up with the aesthetics? You mentioned minimalist earlier.
It pairs beautifully, actually. The whole unit aims for that minimalist look and feel. It's smooth, designed to just blend right into the tabletop.
How does it achieve that?
Well, the outer frame is very sleek, quite small, with narrow edges.
Yeah.
And crucially, no visible screws anywhere.
No visible screws at all. That's a nice touch.
Definitely. It helps it visually sort of disappear.
Wow.
And to help with that integration, the bezel and the lid come in, I think, 3 different prestige colors?
Ah, so you can match it to the room's decor instead of just having a standard black box sticking out.
Exactly. Gives designers more flexibility.
Let's dive into capacity and reliability. It's meant to be a central hub, right?
Yeah.
How many modules can it actually hold?
It holds 6 modules, so plenty of options for different connections, HDMI, USB, power, network, whatever you need.
And what about its physical size? The hole you need to cut in the table.
It's pretty compact, considering the required cutout is just over 13 inches long, 334 millimeters, and about 3.5 inches wide, so 89 millimeter.
Okay. And the overall unit size, weight.
Overall, it's roughly 13.5 inches by 4 inches deep. Weighs about 6.6 pounds or 3 kilos. Robust, definitely, but manageable for installation.
Now, for many organizations, especially government or big global companies, compliance is huge. Is this thing TAA compliant?
Yes, it is. Meets those Trade Agreements Act requirements, which is critical for U.S. government sourcing.
That's important. What about broader global standards?
Oh, yeah, it's covered. Its reliability is backed by a whole host of global certifications. We're talking BIS, CB, CE, FCC, UL, the major ones.
So basically, it should be good to go pretty much anywhere in the world from a regulatory standpoint.
That's the idea. Reliability and acceptance, whatever the meeting room happens to be.
Okay, so we've got the practical stuff, easy install, good looks, solid compliance. But what about, the bigger picture? Sustainability, environmental responsibility.
Right, and that's actually a really interesting part of the story here. Connecting that professional focus back to modern procurement needs. This product is explicitly designed for sustainability.
Designed for sustainability. What does that mean in practice, just using recycled metal?
It's more than that. They considered the entire life cycle.
Okay.
So the supply chain, for instance, has been optimized to minimize the carbon footprint, from making it right through to shipping it.
Supply chain optimization. What else?
Packaging uses minimal materials, and the unit itself uses highly recyclable materials. Plus, it meets those key European standards, ROHS and REACH.
Right, ROHS and REACH. For our listeners, that basically means controlling hazardous substances and managing materials responsibly.
Exactly. It shows they're thinking about the materials from cradle to grave, essentially.
So it's a really thoughtful approach then,
Yeah.
not just a functional box.
Absolutely. It looks simple, but it's this blend of efficiency, ditching screws for slide locks compliance across the board, and genuine material science focused on sustainability.
It ties it all together.
Ah,
Keeping cables hidden, meeting global standards, and minimizing environmental impact.
pretty neat when you think about it.
So wrapping this up, what does this all mean for you, the listener? We've explored a piece of hardware that really shows how utility and comprehensive sustainability can go hand in hand, even in specialized commercial gear.
Yeah, and it makes you think, doesn't it? It raises this question. Given this kind of focus on reducing carbon footprints and boosting recyclability in something as specific as AV hardware, what small, maybe overlooked components in your daily professional life are maybe overdue for a similar kind of modular, sustainable rethink?
That's a great thought to leave folks with.
Yeah.
Something to ponder.